Welcome back, everybody. TGIF. I hope everyone is having a great day today. Just wanted to give you guys a quick Bitcoin touch point here. Stick around to the end. It's for basically what we're going to see here in the short term. As a reminder, this is never, ever, ever financial advice. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Every little bit helps there, folks. Now, getting right into it. Yesterday, we spoke about watching the breakouts to the 64,000 levels and waiting for a 4-hour candle confirmation. Well, we never hit those highs. Question is, why not? So let's talk about that. Social media sentiments have been mixed over the past 24 hours as we start to move sideways. And though the emotions are running high as the ETF flows continue, some financial FUD is starting to come out, and we'll have to really pay attention to that. I feel like when you start to see FUD, the question is why, and usually it's ulterior motives there, folks. Let's get right into the TA here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the fear and greed as we always do. Start off with that. We're running right around 80, which was the same as yesterday. Really no change there. One of those indicators you still want to pay attention to on the regular. Let's take a look at ETF flows, and I think this is where things get a little bit interesting. We take a look at the ETF flows for yesterday, and we got some big numbers. Outflow here for Grayscale has been, well, it's pretty high, all things considered. Almost 600, call it 598, 599 yesterday for outflows. Now, it was offset by a big buy here, almost 603, and total for that day, and 92 Bitcoin as an inflow for the ETFs. So it's interesting how we start to see the outflows of Grayscale tick up, and then when we see those outflows tick up, we also see the inflows trying to meet that outflow, keeping us positive pretty much. If you take a look over the past, well, since the inception of the ETS, maybe one-offs here or there, folks. Pay attention to this. Farside Investors, it's farside.co.uk. No affiliation, folks. Glad those guys are keeping up with the data for us. Take a look at the liquidation heat map. I think this is also where it's going to start getting interesting, because as we go into the weekend, we're going to go ahead and potentially see some sideway action. We got some shorts here at the 62,700 level and some longs here at the called 6,100 or 6,900 level. And we're going to go ahead and I suspect start to see some movement towards these levels. We're going to talk about that in just a second while I pull up the charts. Take a look at the charts here for Bitcoin. We're taking a look at the 4-hour. Take a look at 4-hour. You can see we've been pretty much going sideways for a little bit. RSI levels started to come back down to reality. Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily as we like to. We're going to squeeze out the chart, and RSI levels are still awfully hot. Yesterday we hit an RSI as 88.7, almost 89. Today we're running right around the, we'll call this the 82 level. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the weekly here, because we're in new territory here, folks, and we really got to start paying attention to the weekly as well. As we blow this out, you can see we got a massive God candle here. In fact, this candle is very large. Let's take a look at it. This candle is starting at 51,500, and it's almost up 13,000 for the week. That's huge, folks. RSI levels are very high for the week. Call it 85, and again, we haven't seen those levels since 2021. So want to pay attention to that. We may see a potential retrace. If not, I suspect we may see potentially a cooling off over the next few weeks, and then we skyrocket higher. Now, again, with the ETFs being brought in, technicals are kind of out the window there, folks. Final thoughts on this. I'm always long as on Bitcoin, as you guys always know. And in the short term, however, I suspect we're going to start to see a trend up to the 62,700 levels and go a bit higher to liquidate those shorts. Now, as we go into the weekend, I'm expecting this cool off period to start at least over the next few days. And we may see a dip down to the 6,100 levels and take out and liquidate the longs at those levels as well. So we may see a bit of sideways action between, call it 6,700 and 61. Otherwise, I don't expect too much price action one way or the other. However, do pay attention to these levels, 64,000 and 60,000. If you get a breakout above or below and we get a 4-hour confirmation, we may see some continued momentum in those directions, and maybe a time to either buy. And remember, of course, you guys can always long or short and make a buck either way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great weekend. TGIF, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. We'll be right back.